the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on CradleRadio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio,
The home of all things Africa.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
Now we're set.
one of those days, right? Especially when you gotta jostle from one point to the other. When you have a whole lot of areas in which you gotta cover. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful still. In as much as I got life, I'm always blessed. And sometimes I look at myself and I say, I'm grateful for my creative process, which emanated from the Creator himself, in which he blessed me. I don't know about you, he blessed me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so very grateful for each and every moment that I can just come up for air in the morning hour. This is when I say, this is Canada. Always grateful for the gift of life, always grateful for every memorable event, even those that might not seem memorable to anybody. I'm always grateful for those ones. Most importantly, those ones that might not look memorable, that might not look like they have something attached to it. I'm always grateful for those moments. My name is Akinloye, and this is Canada on Cradle Radio, a flagship from Cradle Radio that allows you to showcase or highlights and draw attention to happenings in Canada. It might be the same in your own neck of the woods as well, but if you're a Canadian, if you're friends of a Canadian, if you're friends of Canadian, you might reckon with this. And this happens from Mondays through Thursday from Cradle Radio Studios somewhere in Ontario, Canada. Hence the name, This is Canada. As we discuss or tailor what we deal with on a daily. When we deal with, it might be some joyous occasion that we're dealing with. It might be otherwise. There might be attention drawn to certain things that might really look good when it's corrected. You never know until the set day. Good Lord, thank you for the gift of life, man. Thank you for the gift of life.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
And like I do say every time, I'm not trying to sway nobody to my belief system. No, I'm not. I'm just each and every moment being thankful for those little things, minute things. If it becomes bogus, I'm even happier, but little things does matter. Now, today, we're trying to wind down today. I'm not trying to do anything serious, right? Nothing serious today. It's just gonna tailor it to what is gonna happen over the weekend. And when we go around with that one, it might sound serious to some people, but what we're trying to do today is not something that when you look at, you're gonna, probably break a tear about. It might draw your consciousness to the realization of how programmable we are as humans. But nonetheless, the real deal about this one is that it entertains you and hopefully draws your consciousness to the inquisition of a brilliant and intelligent mind. You never know, right? You never know. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to be a part of the show. And I must thank everybody that's, been joining in, been following us, been following our page on all social media handles, been subscribing to a YouTube channel as well. We really want to thank everybody who's been in line and in tune with us. We're grateful. We're grateful. In my mother tongue, they'll say, Eshe. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate those moments in time. What can I say? One of the things that every time that comes to my mind especially when it concerns broadcast. Because I was telling a friend of mine the other day, I said, listen, man, can I have this tagline issue, especially when it concerns something being broadcast, being podcast? I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, because my background is broad broadcasting, and broad in a way. Say podcast is an arm of it. Who knows? But I don't do podcasts. I do broadcast. All right, broadcast transmission. You know, no, you never say never, because you could want to branch off and try to satisfy that side of an evolving industry or medium. But I just want to stick to what I kind of was groomed with. And evolving, yeah, definitely. We will evolve. Having a compromise, oh, definitely. We'll do that. Flexibility, oh, yeah, definitely. We'll do that as well. But nonetheless, for now, I just want to tag what I do. I want to call it what it is, and it's broadcast transmission. That is what it is, all right? So, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on X, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're on, where else? We're on Discord as well, oh, yeah. Wanted to flow with the Gen Zs of this world. My son said one time, he said, hey, Pops, you gotta be on Discord, man. I said, what is that? Goes like, oh, you don't know Discord? Oh my God, you're an old timer. And I went and searched for it, and I told my team about it. And guess what? We blended in and we did Discord as well, just to satisfy the evolution of my industry as well. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for calling that one out. So. And what we want to talk about this morning is something light, right? So you might probably think it's serious, but it's light. For me, it's kind of light. But it's really, really conscious as well. That's right. That's right. And guess what we're talking about today? Tomorrow, I don't know from which part of the globe you're in, but in Canada, it's something called a Halloween. Possibly we'll probably just dig into the history of Halloween and all that. If we want to do that, we'll spend like donkey hours telling you how it was a festival for this, festival for that. I want to keep it light, not totally like I don't want to educate people today. I just want to keep it light. I want to keep it light. All right. I see Egbon Beyond, the one and only B. Johnson, the sport magnate. I see him giving me the love in there. Appreciate you, brother. This is we stem from the same tree. He was before me, and he's always watched my back. Now, this man that you're looking at, I remember back in the day. You know what? It practically taught me most of the things that I know, and that's when I told you it's my blood. I ain't lying about it. I ain't lying about it. They're not too much of us, but we stem from the same tree, man. Beyond was all that is. It was my superstar while growing up, man. Still my superstar, anyways now, and he's still doing this thing. I give credit to whom credit is due. When I wanted to go study mass communication, it was the one that drew my attention to it to say, go get it. He called me aside and said, go get it. Because sometimes you don't even know what you're capable of sometimes, especially in your teenage years. He called me and said, go do it, man. That's you right there. And I really do appreciate it. I never forgot that. And I don't forget great stuff that's come my way, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm thankful for those people. So me having to go to study mass communication was due to two people. My mom's and Egbon Bignon, who happens to be my mom's blood brother. Believe that. So, in literal terms, like Tadashi pointed out yesterday, Ibombion is my uncle. So hence, the way it is, right? And I can't even say, oh yeah, you know what, this and that. It's broadcast, right? We're both in the broadcast industry. So you wanna party it in different ways, but my Egbon is my Egbon, no doubt about it. This is my radio station anyway, so it's not like I'm gonna get a query for it. Jeez, man. I love this aspect of it. Cradle Radio is a radio station that allows you to hear music, programs, documentaries from any part of the world. I was in Dubai in the month of July, and I bet you Cradle Radio was sounding so good in there as well. People in India telling me as well from the emails that I'm getting, Cradle Radio is doing excellently well in there. If you know your own side of the globe, just put it in, Cradle Radio. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to regret it. Now, let's get back to what we want to talk about today. Yeah, Tadashi, morning. Morning, how are you? Where are you in this? Which part of the globe are you in this morning? Hopefully, you're somewhere that's not got a hurricane. And I before I start the show proper today, I want to just, send my heartfelt, emotional, I don't want to call it a condolence, but if it is a condolence, so be it then, to the people that have been affected by Hurricane Melissa, right? It's a hurricane, right? I think it's a hurricane. I saw what it did to Jamaica right there. That was heavy, man. That was heavy, man. I just want to just pray that everybody that's affected in one way or the other have the wherewithal to be able to bear it, and also for people that might be deposed by this as well. We want to pray that the good Lord just, welcomes them in a loving way. I didn't prepare for it. Nobody prepares for anything that's, crazy. But I saw them videos, online, and I felt like, oh my God, that's one of the things that I see about life. I don't want to get so serious on a Thursday. Thursday is my last day on the show for today. I don't want to get so serious on it, but nonetheless, things happen around us that, things have happened around us that we just have to just acknowledge, right? We gotta acknowledge it. In as much as we wanna have a great show, wanna have this and that, still gotta acknowledge those. I heard it's taking 29 lives in Bermuda. That store is rising to 30 in the Caribbean. Dozens of deaths in Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica. It only shows us at every given time that this world is not for us to think we're in control of. Yeah, it's not. All right. Having said that, what I'm about to tell you this morning is not to criticize. I'll tell you why I'm not criticizing it, because I'm a partaker as well. But in my subconscious mind, I just want to draw you to the reality of our world. So many kids who probably just want to yell and scream at me like, ah, today. But listen, lovelies, I'm not taking that holiday away from you. I'm not. Every October, we're told to grab a costume, stock up on candy. Like when I said I'm a partaker, I'm still gonna stock up on candy today. I already started stocking up before. I'm stocking up on candy. And decorate in orange and black. But what if we're not just celebrating? This is where that catchment comes in. What if we're programmed? What if we're programmed? I didn't say we're not celebrating. I said, what if we're not just celebrating? What if we are programmed? You know, holidays like Halloween aren't just traditions anymore. You know, it's a billion-dollar marketing engine. Every season, companies teach us what joy should look like and what it should cost. I don't want people throwing stones at me this morning. If I just draw your attention to the reality, who knows? If I just draw your attention to the reality. Brands use nostalgia, you know, and the need to belong to make sure we spend without thinking. You know, from limited editions candy to the perfect Instagram backdrop, it's all designed to trigger one thing. And what's that? Emotions. Emotions. That's what it's meant to trigger. The moment Halloween ends, guess what moves in? Christmas. Then Valentine's. You know, it becomes a 2 months break. You know, in 2 months, you know, this one creeps in and the other one creeps in. And it keeps going on and on and on like that. My name is Akin Lawyer, right? So don't go around going like, what's that guy's name? We just trying to spoil Halloween for us. I ain't spoiling nothing. I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. Oh my God.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akin Lawyer on Cradle Radio.
The moment Halloween ends, Christmas creeps in. Moves in, not creeps in. It actually moves. It's a big event. Then Valentine's. Then Easter. A non-stop loop of anticipation. Spending an emotional reset or preset. It all gets to be in your calendars. It's programmed into your calendars. The spending spree. Some people even already planning next year's ahead of time. Retailers already planning the calendar ahead of time. And you might want to say, well, it's not a part of my tradition. But it gets to a point where your kids just want to go trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating. And it's not only for kids now. It's not even ever been only for kids. You know, it's primarily for kids to go trick-or-treating, but you now have a whole lot of costumes, even adults, even prime ministers. By the way, ex-prime minister, you know, just to fact check myself, they go for Halloween parties. All are done in their costumes and this and that. And don't get me wrong, I've never come out to say I'm against it. It's a fun time. You know, I don't know about this year, but before now, it was Mr. Murray, my boy, that goes, you know, giving them kids when they come knocking on the doors. He actually sits on the porch and just, you know, distributes them candies to them. It's a beautiful scene. All the kids in the neighborhood coming and knocking, trick-or-treating. I love it. I love it. It still doesn't mean I shouldn't have to think towards the other aspect of these holidays. It's just my mindset. And hopefully my mindset is in the right place today. Because like I said earlier on, I'm a partaker. And I'm still gonna go buy candies today. Sometimes let me sit back and just look at yourself and you say to yourself, how programmable are we as humans? Is it so easy to program us to align to a certain movement or direction? Is it that we never even think about it, but we're not different from a flock of sheep that is guarded towards this way and that way as it went due? I'm not a spoiler for anything, all right? Don't go there. I'm not a spoiler for everything. I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it. And this happens all across the world now. Before, it was something that was totally peculiar to the western region of the world. But right now, from Africa to Asia to the Caribbean, even to the Arctic, everybody is so engrossed into this festive mood and festive season and these carnivals.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
You might ask yourself a pertinent question: are we programmed? Because when I see people going around like, oh yeah, the government wants to control us, oh, this wants to control us, what you need to ask yourself is, are you not already programmed for control? Or are you not being controlled already? And this has nothing to do with the government, because the government is not the one saying, go all out there and be merry or be festive in your disposition. It's not. It's not. Another sector of the community or the country or the world at large that we fail to realize is the marketing direction that we all put in each and every time, especially as it concerns all of these festive season. You gotta buy this. I remember we still have Cyber Day or whatever they call that one. Cyber this. There's even one before Cyber. There's a Cyber Monday. There's a Black Friday, in which everybody is drawn into the purchasing power of commodities that's readily available. I even hear that when it's said that there is a cyber this and cyber that, or a Black Friday where things are meant to be drop dead cheap, that some retailers don't even do that. They mark up. You know what markup is? Marking up entails you just, pushing the prices of your commodity up a bit from what it usually is. And then in your subconscious as a consumer, you probably think you're getting a good deal, whereas you're not getting a good deal. A lot of people gonna hate me for this, but it's consciousness of the mind and reasoning that might probably just get you to be a lot smarter when these things happen. And I've got places where when I go there, especially on these so-called markdown, that's intended markdown days, these places have markups. 20% off. You realize it's 20% up. 15% this. You realize it's 15% that. 10% this. You realize it's 10% that. in the morning hour. Just saying, at the top of my voice, I'm having a good time this morning. So I'm not even trying to do nothing, okay? I'm not trying to do nothing. That's right. You know what? To be a part of this show, all you gotta do is gotta be a part of our social media handles. Follow us, subscribe to us, and it all depends on what the motive is in terms of what you want to do. Because I hear there's a time to follow, there's a time to subscribe as well. We are learning in it. So follow us on our social media handles, and also I'll get to subscribe to a YouTube channel so that way you can watch, even if you're not watching that show, you can watch the relayed version of that show whenever you got time to do that. And what we're talking about today is nothing that you've not heard before, but this one is actually drawing your consciousness to the reality of the world you're living in. Trick or treat actually says trick, treat, repeat. Our holidays, like Halloween, prove we're program consumers. And that's what he says. And that's what it looks like. Program consumers. What's a program consumer? If that individual or that set or group of people wouldn't realize that they're already engineered towards moving in a certain direction, that's programmable. So if you move in a certain direction without even realizing it subconsciously, you're already programmed. So when everybody goes around and says, oh yeah, listen, people are controlling, you're already being controlled. When you go around buying costumes and all that, a whole lot of retail shops might not like it, but you're already programmed. When you go around marking up and looking for deals, advertised deals that ain't deals, you're already programmed, people. You're already programmed. And that's just a tip of the iceberg. So when you want to get independent and you tell yourself, I don't want to be programmed, you're already programmed.
Wake up in the morning every weekday.
This is
Join
Cradle
Cradle
Radio.
Cradle Radio.
I love this part of the day for me. It's always a blessing. It is always a blessing. And there's so many holidays, must-haves, you know. And all of these must-haves are modern inventions by corporations. These are people who've gone to study to learn human behavioral attribute or behavioral analysis, so to say, to know that the same thing repeating itself with a different color draws people's attention after a set time. Not like I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I did say it earlier on. Listen, I'm not one of those that would say, oh yeah, it's bad. I'm not in the game of saying it's bad or wrong. No, I'm not in the... When it is political, maybe I might have a side, but due to the nature of my profession, I can't even have a side. I'm a gatekeeper. Might draw attention of the populace. I might draw the attention of the populace to having a rethink, having a balance, but it's not in my ways, and it's not ethically right for me to make you go towards a certain place. And this is where places, you know, things like media, so to say, have kind of unethically reduce their calling spots, if there's a word like that, or if there's a sentence like that. They've renegated from their duties to the society. Hopefully that nails it. Oh man, I don't know. Why's my seat going down? Somebody was probably sitting on in here before me. Who knows? You never know. And that's just what I think. All we program. Because at every year, God bless us, let us see 2026. God protect us till then. A package for 2026, festive period and marketing programs are ready in the works. 2027 for people that are actually futuristic, they already program it. Materials is going to be used, colors that will be used to entice you, already there, ready. Images that might draw your attention, already in the works. Are we programmable? I believe so. Am I programmable? I don't know yet. Am I a partaker? Yeah, I'm a partaker because I'm human. I don't want to be the odd one out, looking from the side and them kids knocking on my doors and I look like that bad neighbor who's not giving us candy. Or they pinpoint you. You remember that house? They don't give us candy? One of those crazy days, right? Nah. Seclusion, isolation, nah. Sometimes when I sit in my moments, I'd ask myself, is it a thing that's been on for now, or during a short period, in the last decade, in the last century? Programming humans have been from time immemorial. And when it happens, you probably even don't know. You probably don't know. Remember during COVID, when people were rushing for toilet papers. If you did rush for that, you were already programmed. So, having to program people psychologically has been from time immemorial. It might be a little bit advanced now because of the population of Earth, the population of its people, and the demand for validation as well, and the demand for having to just be a part of things happening without looking. Have you ever realized that sometimes when you're driving on the highway, a whole lot of people line up in some place, whereas the other lane might just be free, but people just line up not even trying to realize or knowing that there's nothing that's causing the traffic up ahead until somebody sways up and goes like, what the heck, man? I'm just going to find out what's going on. Who bells the cat? Who bells the cat? It's a big question that you might ask yourself. Sometimes some people might not be able to comprehend what I'm saying this morning, but a conscious mind would always have to say, this is deep. In as much as I didn't want it to be deep, it kind of caught up on me. This is Canada, people. Now this that we're having today cuts across all board. Not only in Canada, but each and every part of the globe. Do you know how many candies will be sold? I'll find that out for you and I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
In a way, trying to find out how much candy was, because 2025 is just here. Last year's Halloween, there's no statistical data for the amount spent on candy alone in Canada. So I'm gonna borrow from the Wild Wild West, right? I borrow from their statistics. Now, in the Wild Wild West, a total of $7.4 billion was spent on candy last year. All right, take a fraction of that, right? Take a fraction of that. How many are they? 300 million. Canada's how much? 40 million. So we probably split it by, give or take, 5. All right, 5. 5 of those, if you split 5 by 7.4, that's probably gonna give you approximately 1.5, maybe 1.48 or thereabout. So in Canada, I'll just use that as statistical analysis because I'm kind of a math genius, kind of, guru, if you want to call it that. We'll probably spend $1.5 billion Canadian dollars on candy in 2024. I'm just analyzing this, borrowing from the Wild Wild West, and obviously because of the fact that Canadian Department or probably consumer, we'll put it now, consumer consumption, if there's this department like that, don't have a statistical data for the consumption or the purchase of candies last year. But I'm borrowing from the Wild Wild West, analyzing it side by side with population, 40 million, equating it to 300 million on that other side. And I'm saying a fifth of their purchasing power is what Canada is going to use for its purchasing power. And boom, we'll probably spend $1.5 billion in candy last year. In Canada. On candy. I'm not against candy, don't get me wrong. I'm not somebody who says, no, candy's not good. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, are we programmable as humans with these festive seasons and holidays and all that we have, and what do we have, and what have we? When companies are targeting, when they tap into your nostalgic feeling, you probably tell your kids, you know what, when I was young, Halloween was so good. You already been tapped into. That's what's called nostalgia. You blend that nostalgic feeling into your own offsprings, they will want to have a reenactment of your nostalgic moments. And it continues. I'm not saying nobody should buy candy. I'm not saying nobody should go out costumed up. I'm just saying lay back, rethink, and just look at yourself. Some things like this might not even want advertisers to come with me. But there's a time where you just gotta balance up your thought process and ask yourself, what are you trying to do to people? What are you trying to just engage people with? Are you trying to educate? Are you trying to make them conscious of actions and happenings and events around them or otherwise? But in reality, you're probably helping people to grow in their mind. My name is Aki Lloyd. It's been a pleasure doing this. We do say come Monday morning as we have it. We always have This is Canada being aired in 3 folds. We're live transmitting on CradleRadio, radio station, license to play songs that you hear on CradleRadio. Oh, definitely. And then we're live streaming from the Cradle Studios on behalf of CradleRadio. Hence, that's why I'm sitting here today. And that's what we're doing. And so while we're doing that, we're beaming live on Facebook. We're beaming live on YouTube. I want to see how we can beam live also on TikTok in the coming weeks. So, all our friends and people that are on those platforms as well can be a part of this from all over the world. And then we could have a merger, right? You couldn't have all of those. But right now, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. And what could I say? What would I say? After this show, I'm going to get candy for them kids that might be knocking on my door tomorrow. It's Halloween, people. Are we programmable? It's left for you to analyze and define that. I love doing this, and I'll keep doing it. So if you have any info for us, don't forget, send it to us on info@CradleRadio.com. Info, it's right on the screen right there. At CradleRadio.com, actually. All right, okay. You guys, you didn't put the whole stuff in there. All right, we'll do that before we go. We'll do that before we go because got to make people identify to how it goes. Let's roll this way. info@CradleRadio.com. All right, let's just info@CradleRadio.com. 1 second, just before we round up the show. CradleRadio.com. At least, thankfully my site is still good. My site is still good. All right, so info@CradleRadio.com. That's where you can, send in your messages, your info in investigations for any news element or item or event or happenings that you might want us to just be a part of. We'll be more than glad to honor that as well. And don't forget, our social media handles are live at play. You can always join us in there. Follow us, subscribe to our channels, and we'll be on the same page at the same time. Okay? It's been a pleasure doing this. I said that earlier on, but it's always going to be a pleasure doing this until we come around on Monday, having to tackle another happenings, discuss, events, things as it affects Canada. On This is Canada, on Cradle Radio. My name is Akinloye. Have yourself a wonderful Halloween. Hopefully you're not programmed.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle
This
Radio.
is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio,
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
the home of all things Africa.